Hi there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV, and I'm Kinito Hansa.
And I'm Diane Castillo. Here we talk to the greatest about the latest happenings in the world of sports. And tonight, Kinito, we're really happy because finally we're going to be able to talk to a guy that we've been wanting to catch up with for a long time. We've seen him play phenomenal on the basketball court for Gilas, Pilipinas. And he is joining us today from California, Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Play It Right, Dwight Ramos.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hey, Dwight.
Hi, guys. Nice to see you guys again.
Looking good.
Yeah, looking fresh.
Thank you.
First of all,
You
tell
guys.
us. We know that you flew there recently. Just give us a quick update on what's going on there with you in California and how long will you be there? And I guess you're aiming to be back for the Gilas practice by the 15th.
Yes. So I just came back here, see my family, work out. I have a lot of gym access here and my trainer's here. So I just came back here to train and everything and get ready for the window. I should be here until next week. I think I'm going to go back there to the Philippines.
Yeah, Dwight, the training, I think, will start on the 15th. Will you be back by then?
Yeah, I should be leaving August 13 and then probably getting back there on August.
Well, Dwight, we missed you in the last few tournaments involving Gilas, the Olympic qualifying tournament. Weren't able to play. That was in Serbia, and then the SEA Games, and then the FIBA Asia Cup. We know that you've been struggling with some injuries. How is your situation right now? We want 100% Dwight Ramos to be back playing for the Philippines.
I know. No, I'm all good. I started feeling the shin splints for kind of, but I just kept playing, and then after the India game, it kind of was a little too much for me, and then so I had to sit out, and right now I feel better, and I'm ready for the next window.
It's great to hear that your shin is getting better. You're going to be able to play in the next window. The last time I spoke to you at MOA, you said it's always so incredible for you to play for the national team. And so how much are you looking forward to being strong again? We need all your points, Dwight, in the game against the next game against Lebanon on August 25th.
Yeah, for sure. It's always hard to play for Gilas, and since we lost in the Asia Cup to Lebanon, we get a second chance. And I wasn't part of the team, but I'm hoping this time we can sort of beat them and show like that we're still up there despite us not performing our best lately, but I want to be able to show like we're still one of those top teams too.
Yeah.
Well, Dwight, for this coming window, the SPP is putting together a power-packed cast. Jordan Clarkson's coming over. Looks like Kai Soto's joining too. Junmar Fajardo, well, we're not sure whether he can make it because that will depend on whether San Miguel Beer makes it to the finals of the PBA. Just the same, it will be a power-packed cast. How excited are you to be playing with these guys, especially Jordan Clarkson?
I'm super excited, especially to play with Jordan Clarkson, especially because he's an NBA player, and I sort of want to learn from him, and also to see Kai again. It was really fun playing with Kai last year in the qualifiers. So I think it's just a good opportunity to see everybody playing together and sort of figuring out what's the best lineup coming up before the World Cup, who fits the best together, and who plays the best together.
There's so much talk, of course, about how Gilas, needs to bounce back and how to get the best players. With this powercast lineup that's being planned, Dwight, how do you think the Gilas, what kind of a mindset do you think the Gilas should have, and what is your mindset coming back with this strong team and coming from a string of losses? Yeah.
no matter who's on the team, the mindset is the same. Um, you have to win the next game, and so the window coming up, we're playing Lebanon and Saudi Arabia. So of course, the mindset going in is we have to go 2-0 through this window,
Yeah.
and then from there we'll see what happens.
How do you take all the, like, of course, there's a lot of talk, like, everybody wants Gilas to win. And how do you take that when there's all this? Sometimes there's a lot of negative comments about the
Hmm.
team. Um, how does that impact you?
A lot of the times, the negative comments aren't really um, too. It doesn't really affect me too much, but it's because they're seeing the games, but a lot of times they don't see what's happening behind, and so
Mm-hmm.
um, we, most times we don't have much time to practice together, and so that we kind of do the best that we can, and
Yeah.
we're out there trying our best, we're trying to win, and so as long as we play our hardest, try our best, we know we gave it our best shot, and we're happy with that, and we're just going to keep getting better and better and keep improving. And the negative comments is kind of just based on the results, but we're basing it on building. So that's my mindset, is just building each time we play.
Well,
Great.
Dwight, I'm tempted to ask you about your love life because anytime someone from Ateneo and LaSalle get together, it's always a big story. But I won't ask it. I won't ask it. Dwight, I'll ask you, however, about your stint in Japan. Okay. Your legion of Filipino
Hmm.
fans followed your games. You played for Toyama. This coming season, you're going to be playing for Hokkaido. Fans are so excited to watch you play in a foreign league because you
Yes.
bring so much pride to the country. But Dwight, tell us about your commitments in the Japanese B League. Will you be able to play for Gilas in November for the fifth window, in February for the sixth window? Then there's the Sea Games in May, and then there's the World Cup. Um, what will your commitment
Right.
be for Gilas, and what are your commitments with the Japanese league?
Every time the window comes up, as much as possible, I want to be there. November, I still have to see, because it depends on what's happening with Japan, and if I'm able to come, and the all the logistics of it. February is sort of the same thing. The Sea Games this coming year. I'm
Yes,
not
Next
sure, but
year.
next year it'll
it
be in
is
May.
okay in May. Yeah, so the season will probably be over by then, and I should be able to make that. And for sure in the World Cup, if I'm called upon any of those times, then of course I'll try my best to be there.
Nice. That's good news. So, what's it like playing in the? How was your experience playing in the Japan B League, Dwight? First for Toyama, and then now, what do you see? How do you see yourself with the Hokkaido team?
I'm excited to go play there in Hokkaido. It was a really nice city. All those times I played there, um, the guys, I know a couple of those guys already. Just playing against them, and I think our team's going to be pretty good next year. So I'm pretty hopeful. I'm excited, and I'm just loving it there. I love playing in that league.
Nice.
And Dwight, what about playing against the other Filipinos in the Japanese league? You know, Bobby Ray Parks, the Rovena brothers. When your team
Mhm.
goes up against their teams, what happens? The chemistry all of a sudden is gone. You guys are rivals all over again.
Yeah, it's really fun playing against them there in Japan. Um, they're all they're all playing well for their own teams, and now this year we have more Filipinos coming there to represent the Philippines in that league. So I think it's going to be really exciting just to see us all improve and just perform over there in Japan.
So I understand that so many Filipinos go to the games whenever you're playing, right? So you're surely gonna bring a lot of Filipinos to Hokkaido. What's the atmosphere
I
like
hope.
when? Uh, I know Hokkaido's a bit south, I think, right? Oh, north or south. Yeah, I've been there one time. But What's it like? What's the atmosphere like playing in the B League? What kind of pressures are there? The physicality of the game and stuff like that, in your experience?
I think, I mean, it's one of the best and also the hardest. One of the hardest part is just traveling and playing so many games.
Mm.
60 game season, and you play back to back on the weekends, and sometimes you're traveling to different cities in the same week, and so that's probably the hardest part. But at the same time, it's the best part because you get to see other places, other cities, and it's really fun, but also challenging at the same time.
But your skills are getting sharpened as you play in this league.
Mm.
You're getting better and better. And talking about getting better, Dwight, there will be 3 months of training preparatory to the World Cup. You think that's more than enough for you guys to gel, to have the chemistry in order to be competitive in the World Cup?
Yeah, I do. I think that's really going to be beneficial for us because lately we haven't had the chance of having a long preparation time, and I think with the 3 month practice and preparation, it should really get us ready for the World Cup. Hopefully, we have whatever players that they want there for the entire training camp. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm really looking forward to that. Just the training camp alone.
Yeah, you mentioned to me after in that game in India when you had previously lost to New Zealand, you said you couldn't forget about that game. Like it's really like it was still like in your mind, and you said you really really wanted to improve. So what? Uh, how much? I mean, of course, the level is going to be incredible in the World Cup, right? What kind of level do you think the Philippines needs to have to be able to at least do a good performance in the World Cup, which we're hosting?
I think we have a lot of talented players here in the Philippines. It's just a matter of putting players in the right places, players
Mm-hmm.
that fit and play well together, and at the same time having a longer preparation, longer practice time, so that things are more sharp. So I think we definitely can get to a higher level, and it really depends on that preparation time, that 3 month training camp. Um, how much better we can keep getting, keep pushing each other every practice. So I think it starts with the players really. How bad do you want to train and work for this?
Right.
Dwight, we talked earlier about Jordan Clarkson and Kai Soto playing in the August window. Let's move over to the World Cup itself. And it looks like there's talk that Jordan Heading, Roosevelt Adams, Janie Malonzo, Chris Newsom, um, maybe Kevin Kiambao, maybe Carl Tamayo, but Jordan Clarkson will be there as well, and Kai Soto. Have you played with guys like Junmar and Japet and Scotty Thompson before? And how would you feel playing with these guys who are superstars in the PBA?
I've never played with those PBA superstars yet, so that's why I'm pretty excited to see them. Um, just see them firsthand, see, because I always watch their games and watch them play and see everything, and it's sort of when I watch them play, I'm like, yeah, I wanna play with this guy, I want to play with him, practice against him, all these things. And so I think if they're able to join the team, I'm really excited to see them there, and um, hopefully they'll be able to show what they can do and perform in practice and in the games. And so as long as they can do that, I'm sure they can be a help for us moving forward.
Dwight, any one or two particular players among the names that I mentioned that you're really excited to play with?
For me, it's definitely Japeth and Scotty. Um, for years now, I've watched Japeth's highlights and everything, and um, I've just seen how athletic he is and how dominant he is, kind of in that sense. And Scotty, he's like the reigning MVP, I think. And so I think those two are who I'm mostly excited to play with.
What about from the foreign teams in the World Cup? Who would be your dream? What would be your dream players to play against? Who are you super looking forward to?
Of course, I want to play against the USA team so I can play against
Yes.
all the NBA players. You know, it's
Yeah.
a dream to be on. I'll be on the court guarding KD, guarding KD,
Mm.
Dame, all those people. It's a dream to be on the court with them.
Dwight,
Yeah.
what's the first thing you're gonna say to Jordan Clarkson when you guys report for practice? What's the first thing that'll come to your mind if you want to be able to tell Jordan Clarkson?
I'll probably ask him if he can rebound for me. No, no, I'm joking. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I would say to him. I'll just say, just introduce myself. Tell him I'm happy he's here, and tell him we're ready to work.
Yeah, and you can also tell him, pass the ball to me because I can score.
Yeah. Dwight, I know that you're a super hard worker. You're always thinking about improving yourself. Can you share with us some of your Dwight Ramos secrets? Like, what are some training habits maybe that you do that people may not know about that really sharpens your game, whether it's on the court or off the court?
Well, really, it's a daily thing for me. In the mornings, I lift weights, do cardio workouts, and then I try and shoot a little bit after that. But it's kind of hard because you're tired after that. So I go home, rest, eat, and then at nighttime I go back to the gym when there's nobody there, and I shoot a lot of shots there when the gym is empty. So that's kind of my daily routine is just lifting weights, little bit of shooting, and then I'll go home and I'll shoot a lot at night.
Yeah. Can I do a follow-up on what I'm curious to find out what cardio workouts you do for your stamina. What do you like to do?
I like to do running. That's one of the things probably why I got shin splints, but I really like running. I like doing sprints, all those things. I also do swimming, but swimming, cycling. I just try and do it all, try and stay fit, getting ready.
Okay. And you do a lot of like intervals, like high intensity intervals? Because I know that's one of the causes of shin splints.
Yeah. I try.
Well, in following up Diane's question, Dwight, I want to be able to ask you, what lessons were you able to pick up from Coach Tab Baldwin that you'll be able to bring over to this new system of Coach Chot Reyes?
Well, when I was with Coach Tab, he was really teaching us the game, how to play within the system, his system, and he's kind of just teaching how to play basketball. Especially we were all young guys. We had to learn the basics and everything, and so just building off a foundation, you can take when you have a strong foundation, and you can take that anywhere. You play for any coach as long as your foundation is strong. You can use that with any coach that you play for.
Yeah, and I understand Tim Cohn is also going to be part of the coaching team for the Gilas now. Are you excited to work with Tim Cohn?
I'm pretty excited. I've never actually met him, and so I know he's a legend here in the Philippines, and he just finished his coaching stint in the summer league, and he actually coached one of my college teammates there on that summer league team. So I'm definitely going to ask him about that and just sort of learn from him, learn the things that he's learned in his coaching years, and yeah, I'm gonna ask him about how was it like coaching in the summer league too.
Yeah.
Who was that college teammate of yours, Dwight, whom Coach Tim coached in the summer league?
His name's Kyle Allman Jr.
Okay. And you still keep in touch with him?
Pretty good.
Yeah? You still keep in touch with him?
He's one of my buddies.
Okay. Well, Dwight, we were talking about Coach Tim Cohn. We talked about Coach Chot Reyes, different PBA players whom you're going to be playing with in the coming windows and in the FIBA World Cup. What about your own ultimate dream? Does that include playing in the PBA somewhere down the road?
Oh, yeah, definitely. it just depends how everything goes. I always take it a year at a time and see what's the best option for me after the season's end. And yeah, definitely in the future, I see myself playing in the PBA at some point, if it's possible.
It
No,
certainly is.
that's
The PBA will open its doors for someone like a Dwight Ramos
Yeah,
to come and tear up the league, and your fans
good to
will be
hear.
right there with you. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
I
Dwight,
would
I'm really
love it.
curious. I'm really curious to ask you what's the best part about moving to the Philippines and playing basketball here? What do you enjoy most? You seem to be
I
enjoying
mean,
Japan.
oh, for sure. I'm looking back when I played here in the States. Um, I learned how to play here. I learned basketball here, so I have that certain American qualities. Um, but when I went to college, I didn't play that much, and so when I just kept working hard, and then when I got to the Philippines, those those efforts and practices, they started being shown because I got an opportunity there in the Philippines, and so um, I'm just super happy coming to the Philippines, being able to show my God given talent, and how much I worked for it. So that's why I always love playing for the Philippines because it's my life was made here, really.
Great. Great to hear.
Dwight, you talked about cycling, you talked about swimming, you talked about running, things that you do, sports that you like. What about volleyball? Is that a sport that you also like to watch?
I mean, I do like to watch it. I like to watch one team, um, but they didn't join the league this last season, so I'm just gonna have to wait for them to join the next one. Um, but yeah, I've actually been learning volleyball. At first, I didn't really know the rules, but I'm
Mm.
sort of learning now.
Well, F2 Logistics is going to be back, that's for sure. And with the team's number one fan backing it up, yeah, I think F2 Logistics will be there in the thick of the fight every
Yeah,
conference of the PPL. Go, 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 go
yeah.
F2.
Yeah. Yeah. Dwight, how do you like what can you say about your fans? Do you have a lot of do you have a lot of interaction with them? Like when they message you, do you do any did you respond to them, and how do you take all this uh popularity that you've gained now with your basketball here?
I'm super grateful for all the fans. Yeah, I never imagined it would be like this for me. So
Really?
obviously, I'm super grateful for it. I didn't imagine
Talaga?
it. Coming from America, I didn't imagine it was going to be like this going to the Philippines, and so I'm grateful to
Wow.
all the fans because yeah, especially yeah, there's some really loyal fans out there, and so that's why um I'm really grateful for all of them.
Well, Dwight, we're also very grateful to you for
Yes.
putting your fortunes here in the Philippines and sharing your skills with a national team. The entire Philippine basketball community embraces you and wishes you all the best. We're looking forward to seeing you play in the August window in the World Cup. And, all the best to you. And thank you very much for coming on to the show. And Diane, maybe just the last question for Dwight before we let him go.
Final words,
Yes,
and how strong are you now after your workouts there in the US?
um, I'm I'm feeling good. I'm really excited to be back. Um, all my workouts, I'm just thinking about how I have to keep getting better and better and better for the World Cup, and I just want to be really ready for that. That's why every workout I have, I'm just thinking like I need to become better and better so I could make the team and perform well in the World Cup.
All right.
Well,
Well,
more
thank you,
power to you.
Dwight.
Yeah, more power to you, Dwight.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been super fun. Look, I'm so excited to see you back with the Gilas in August.
Thank you.
Take
Yep.
care in California. Thanks for your time. Hope to talk to you again on Play It Right.
Thanks very much,
Yes.
Dwight.
Thank you
See ya.
guys. Thank you guys for
All the
having me.
Thanks,
best.
Dwight.
See See you guys.
So refreshing, Diane, to see Dwight Ramos looking bright, looking so hopeful and optimistic of his playing for the World Cup and for the Philippines.
Yeah, I like his mindset where, every time I see him talk to him, parang he's always thinking about improving and getting better, and he obviously is super dedicated to it. And I also think it was a great idea for him, to go back to the US, even if it's just a short time, go back to your old, like maybe a different atmosphere, getting some great fitness workouts, in different weather, and then coming back. It's always refreshing, diba? Coming from a different place and then rejoining the team. So, well, Quinito, it's good news that he said that he can join the August. Let's just keep our fingers crossed for November and February, because the Japan B League would have started by then. So I guess it's just a case permission to permission basis in every game.
But he has committed to play for us in the SEA Games and the World Cup, and that's really, really super news for all basketball fans.
Yep. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our episode today here on Playitright TV with Dwight Ramos. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel on YouTube, and follow us also on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to visit our sister company, Playitright.com. They have phenomenal products for sports, for fitness, different brands. They have great sales. They have all the best technology, like for running shoes, basketball balls, volleyballs, you name it. For sure, you're going to love something for yourself and your family. Please check it out, playitright.com.
All right. Well, thanks very much again for joining us on this episode of Playitright TV. Dwight Ramos, our guest, and looking forward to seeing him back in action for the Philippines.
Thanks again, Dwight. See you next time. Join us again on Playitright TV. Adios.
Bye.